paying their mortgage, 29 people are still paying their rent, which pays your mortgage.
Correct.
And that's why I like the multifamily model because of economies of scale, but I like single family with guaranteed money.
Correct.
If you don't have the guaranteed money, your risk goes way up.
Correct.
So that's how we risk manage our real estate businesses, I feel. Correct.
You always want to look for the downside of it because everything is not always awesome all the time. This is not the Lego movie. Everything is awesome. No, not in real life. What ends up happening is you have to be mindful of the things that could go wrong. And not that, I don't want to, paint the gloom and doom picture, but you still got to prepare for it. Bruce Lee's old adage, when he was training people and they were like, why are you training us how to fight in a peacetime? He goes, it's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. You always want to be prepared for the downside because it could happen. And if it could happen, why not be prepared for it? Otherwise, you're going to be exactly the people that we are coming in to save the day for because they didn't think about that downside protection. They thought everything was going to be up all the time. And now we're buying all their real estate.
And one of the things that I had to learn the hard way, way back in 2008, is exactly that. And while experience is the best teacher, it's also the most expensive.
Yeah. Yes. It's much cheaper to watch what everyone else did and learn from their mistakes and try not to make those same ones. That's why I love that we're talking about all the different history of stuff because you got to look back, not, 15 years, 20 years, look back historically and you'll see the cycles. They create these curves. And if you design it for yourself, whether you've been in the business long enough or you study it, looking at the history of how things worked in the past is exactly how you can give yourself a key to the future. It's unreal. And most of the time people don't look at it that way. Oh, everything is good right now. I'm going to jump in. Great. It goes in waves. Are you aware of the 10 or 15-year cycle? Are you aware of how things look? Are you aware of the way the rates have increased? All the different things. You have to kind of look back a little bit further. And then when you see it over a 20, 30, even a 50-year point of view, it's like, oh, so right now this should be happening next. And it's almost predictable in a sense.
That's exactly right. So you have been great. I mean, I think we've gone about 15 or 20 minutes here. So one last question is, do you have any final thoughts on how people can find deals and then get them to you so that you can evaluate them, so you can give them the advice on what to offer, and so we can actually close more deals? In other words, be confident because you can walk in to a negotiation knowing you can, once you get your parameters set, you can get it funded.
Absolutely. I think the first thing you should do is use some of the either the calculator that Michael can give you guys access to, or even just a quick link and get it over to us. Not because I want to, kind of walk through every single deal with you guys, but I want you guys to be prepared. I want you to kind of put together the basic data points, let the model tell you approximately what you should offer. So that way you can walk in with that confidence. As far as finding deals, you're going to have to go out there and hit the streets the same way everybody does. Look for a good pocket of wholesalers. Look for a good pocket of realtors that are dealing in distressed assets only. Look for your local regional banks the same way that Michael mentioned to you, because that's where all the opportunities are. It's my opinion that you got to kind of skip the realtors in this case, because they're going to add costs to your potential deal there. But it depends on what kind of stomach you have. The wholesale market is interesting. The short sale market is interesting because it's a different kind of conversation if you're going directly to the sponsor. If you have this to the owner, rather, that is unfortunately losing the property. If you have the stomach for it, it's a very great and profitable way to turn and manufacture the deals. And then once you have the opportunities, as long as you're getting a discounted, I think 20 to 30% is reasonable, because then it probably needs some renovation and things like that. So if you can get it at that 20 or 30% discount from as is value, and then you can add value to it by doing some renovation, you're always going to win. You're looking for stuff that's distressed, that's in pieces that you can put back together again. If you're looking for a perfect property, you're not going to make any money. You're looking for the one that's in pieces that you have to do the renovation work for, so you can kind of force the appreciation. And therefore, because you did that kind of a work, that's where you're going to earn your money. So I'm personally talking to, I'm a keynote this weekend on Sunday at this organization has 8,000 wholesalers in it. So I'm going to explain to them why they need me. And I think that's going to be a great opportunity, because then what I'm going to need more is the investor community. Because if they're producing all these kind of deals, then I'm going to send an email to Mike and say, hey, these 15 deals are available in your market. Anything catch your interest? By the way, here's the financing that I would bring to it, and here's how much money you have to bring, and we kind of work on it that way. So I'm trying to kind of come full circle where, yes, we raised $100 million for this type of asset class and for these type of investments, but you want to have more deals coming in, so that way you can kind of share the wealth. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make sure that there's an incoming flow of deals. I have the capital ready to go, so that way I can provide everything in one package to investors, and I'll help you grow your portfolios. I want to see as many people make it as possible, because then the ones that are like